Okay, so if you're a parent in a city like Mississauga, you know how crazy the roads can get. And when it's time for your kid to learn to drive, picking a driving school, well, that's a huge deal. You just know it's about so much more than getting a license. It's really about their safety, right? It seems like the main goal is simple. Get your teen to pass the road test, and boom, they've got their license. But what if that's the completely wrong way to look at it? Today, we're going to dig into this idea that focusing only on the test might be missing the entire point of learning to drive. So let's start with a number that kind of makes you stop and think. 25%. In Ontario, young drivers make up only about 13% of everyone with a license, but they're involved in a quarter of all fatal accidents. That huge gap is exactly why we need to have this conversation. So yeah, this is nothing like picking out a new phone or a pair of shoes. The way we should be framing this is as one of the single biggest safety decisions a parent will ever make for their child. Seriously, the effects of this choice could last for decades. And what makes this decision even tougher is that there's this hidden flaw baked right into the provincial system. It's a gap that makes choosing the right training absolutely crucial.
And wow, this really puts it into perspective. Just look at this. In Australia, a new driver has to log 120 hours of supervised practice. In Ontario, the mandatory minimum is 0, not a single hour. This practice gap is a massive problem. It means we could be sending brand new drivers onto some of the busiest highways in North America with barely any real-world experience.
So, to fight against a gap like that, you need a totally different way of thinking. A fundamental shift in how we even approach teaching someone to drive. And it really boils down to two completely different goals. You've got budget schools, where the primary focus is just teaching the specific skills needed to pass the road test. Then you have an approach like the one from Young Drivers of Canada, which is built around one single idea, teaching students how to see and prevent a collision long before it ever happens. Okay, so what does that collision prevention idea actually look like when you're learning? Let's break down the pieces that make up what they call their advantage. It's really built on three core pillars. First, a curriculum that is just laser-focused on defensive driving. Second, a plan to directly attack that dangerous practice gap we just talked about. And third, they use a pretty unique piece of tech to keep today's learners plugged in. The way they teach is designed to build skills one on top of the other. It all starts with a foundation. In the classroom, learning how to spot and anticipate hazards. Then comes application, which is the in-car practice. And finally, mastery, where students have to tackle really complex, real-world stuff, like navigating the chaos around Square One or emerging onto a packed Highway 403 at rush hour. Now, to deal with that practice gap, their top packages offer up to 27.25 hours of in-car training. To put that in perspective, that is almost 3 times the bare minimum 10 hours required by the MTO here in Ontario. And then you've got the tech piece. They have this exclusive app called Driver's Coach. It actually uses the sensors in your phone with some AI to give you real-time feedback while you're out practicing with your parents. It's basically a virtual driving coach in your pocket, and it's designed to make that supervised practice time way more productive. Okay, so that's the whole system. But the real question, the only one that matters is, does any of this actually work? Well, let's take a look at the data. This chart is pretty incredible. The provincial average suggests that about 1 in 4 young drivers will be involved in a collision. But when you look at the survey data from young drivers grads, their at-fault collision rate is just 3.3%. Now, it's self-reported data, sure, but if that's even close to accurate, that is a massive, massive drop in risk. Of course, that kind of intensive training comes with a price tag. This premier package, for example, is listed at just under $4,000. And that's a significant amount of money. We have to acknowledge that right up front. Especially when you see that some of their competitors in Mississauga offer MTO-approved packages starting as low as $489. I mean, the difference in cost is just huge. Which, of course, leads to the question that every single parent is thinking. With such a gigantic difference in price, why on earth would you pay so much more? And the answer comes in the form of another number. Over $20,000. That's the estimated average cost of a single at-fault collision when you add up the car repairs and the insane spike in your insurance premiums. The argument here is simple. You're making a big investment up front to prevent a catastrophic cost later on. And when you lay it all out side by side, the difference becomes crystal clear. You've got way more hours in the car, a curriculum about avoiding collisions instead of just passing a test, that exclusive app, and maybe most telling, they actually publish their safety stats.
Most competitors don't.
So, after you look at the systems, the different philosophies, and the data, it all comes down to making that final call. And it turns out that choice isn't really just about the numbers on a price tag.
I mean, listen to this comment from a former student on a forum. 20 years driving and never touched anything with my car. Yes, it's worth it. That really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The goal is to learn lessons that stick with you for a lifetime, not just for a 20-minute road test. And that's what reframes this whole decision. It stops being about comparing prices and starts being about investing in safe habits that could last 50 years or more. And for a parent, it's really about buying peace of mind, knowing you've given your kid the absolute best preparation you possibly could. And really, that's the question we'll leave you with. As you weigh all the options and look at the different costs, you also have to ask yourself, what's the price of peace of mind?